Welcome back, and wrapping up our October special edition for the Mayoral candidates is Martin Ritsma. Martin, thanks very much for joining me.
And thank you for having me.
Martin, what would be one fun thing about your campaign?
Well, I guess for a lot of people, knowing that I live on a farm, and I know somebody said to me not too long ago, gee whiz, you don't pay taxes in the city. And yes, as of 2006, our farm is in the city on Kelly's Lane. And just recently we hosted a huge event here in the barn, but certainly it brings a different dimension to rural life within the city, and that's kind of unique, and I think people might find that interesting to hear that.
So tell us a bit about yourself, and just to get to know Martin a little better.
Yeah, it's tough to share about yourself, and with myself personally, without getting emotional. I'm one of 11 children. I'm the middle of 6, and as Keith Culledon would have said, any attention was good attention for me, whether it was negative or positive. As a young man, I grew up on a dairy farm. Certainly ALS has played a large part in our lives. Mom passed away of ALS when I was 9, and 5 other siblings, and a niece and a nephew had died of ALS. So that has figured in big in my life. Certainly, as we talked about earlier on, agriculture and education, I refer to as cows and kids. Certainly love agriculture. I've been embraced in agriculture my entire life, buying our first farm prior to getting into education, or wanted to get in, but not having the opportunity. And then moving into the kids portion, the education side of it, being involved in education for 37 years, starting out in teaching a wide variety of subjects, everything from special ed to guidance, to phys ed, to science. And then moving on to, after 20 years in that, into VP-ship and principalship at both Stratford Central and Stratford Northwestern. And then finishing up my career at the board office as an ombudsman, mediator type of role. So a long career in education, and not only the academic aspect, but certainly the arts, and a big chunk in the athletic side of it as well.
So Martin, I know you're, if you were to pick a couple of community involvement things, just give us a couple of highlights that you're in.
Wow, certainly United Way has been big on my radar for the last number of years. I started with United Way as a board member through education, and then moved into the role as co-chair with my bride, Catherine, for the years of 2019, 20, and 21, raising $5 million. All that stays local and does so much for those individuals in our community and the agencies that they serve. So certainly United Way. L'Arche is huge. Facile is another big one. Certainly my connection to St. Joseph's Church it has been a major journey in my life, and part of my life. There's so many out there. The Cultural Awareness Committee, Stratford Per Shelter Link. I've been on that board for 23 years, where I've been a board member. I've been president, currently president, and executive director, where we give shelter and hope to individuals between the age of 16 to 24. And that's been a passion of mine. On a personal note, as a kid in high school, I became homeless. And so it was an easy fit for me. And I've really been blessed to hear so many positive stories coming from youth as they step away from ShelterLink into their life beyond ShelterLink. Just amazing calls. And I received a letter the other day from a young man saying, here I am, and I'm doing well. So that's another one, but there's many others. Stratford and District Agricultural Society with the Fall Fair, with all the things that the Agricultural Society does in our community. Lately, the Stratford and District Saddle Club, and through that, my involvement as Marshal of the Canada Day Parade this year. So there's so many more, Office of President involving sports, just a myriad of things, and I'll stop there.
Martin, what are you hearing as issues in the community, and what are some solutions?
Certainly day-to-day service of individuals, certainly relationship building, the idea of having a voice at the table by all individuals. Housing, huge, from homelessness, housing to individuals that are downsizing into a smaller location. From the industry perspective, providing a skilled labor in our community. Those are key, and just daily infrastructure. What are we doing with roads? What are we doing with bridges?
Perfect. And Martin, I guess in summary, why vote for Martin Ritsma for mayor?
I've been involved in our community for 39, 40 years, and it's been all about building relationships. It's all about service. It's all about meeting people where they're at and being part of their lives, and that's not going to change. I guess my life struggles have taught me a number of things, and that's empathy and inclusion, service to all, and that's never going to change with Martin Ritsma. And I hope people respect that and see that I won't have all the solutions, but I'm willing to reach out to dialogue with people to find what's best to build a better Stratford.
Martin, thanks very much for joining me, and best wishes on October 24th.
Thank you very much.
I'm Peter Maranger, your host of What's Up Stratford. Thank you for joining me on this special edition via Zoom on the October mayoral candidates. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.